everybody, my name is Edson and welcome to a brand new vlog. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, but after a few suggestions of what people wanted to hear me talk about in some vlogs between now and getting my computer back fixed or getting a new one, there was a few suggestions and I've compiled it into a list of 5 things you didn't know about me, because Fabe asked me to talk about graphic design, and this leads on to the first one. So, number 1, I'm a graphic designer. I studied at a university, at college, which is 16 to 18 for everyone that's not in the UK and doesn't know the UK schooling system. 16 to 18, you either go sixth form or college. I think now it's compulsory, you didn't have to, you could have just left school at 16 and got a job. Now, about 2-3 years ago, I think I was one of the last years that could have actually left and just gone straight into work. My dog's coming downstairs now. I left, went to college, 16 to 18, studied digital media design. In the second year, specialised in graphic design. Then I went to university, did digital media design. And then in the second year, specialised in graphic design again. In the third year, specialised in branding and advertising. So that was 5 years of my life studying graphic design. And hello, Edward. Dog's just jumped up beside me. I'll show him at the end of the video. And yeah, I've been, ever since leaving uni a few years ago, I graduated with a first, if anyone doesn't know, which is the highest grade you can get, which I was very proud of. And yeah, ever since that, I've been freelance. I was tempted to try and get a placement, do a few free placements, and then hopefully get in a company. I still may do that, but at the minute, I'm really happy with just doing freelance work, getting work off my own back, earning money off my own back. And it's going well. Like, I specialise in branding and advertising. So branding, so that can be anything from working with an existing company that's been working in an industry for like 20 years or something, to a new startup company that has been working for, let's say, like a month or something, doesn't really have a brand. I can completely brand a company. I do everything from designing the logo to the typefaces that they use. So I wrote my dissertation on typography and how digital media's affected the use of typography in design now. So I know quite a bit about typography, and I have designed my own typefaces and stuff like that. Obviously I can write corporate guidelines to how brands should be used and stuff like that. So there's a variety of stuff that I do. Not all of it is design. I would say in graphic design probably 40% of what you do is design. May even be less. Quite a lot of it's not design. And then I also do advertising, so I can create advertising campaigns for existing or startup companies. I can do everything from the build-up work to it, to the design and implementation of it. And yeah, they're the 2 things that I specialise in. I do that freelance in my spare time, along with having a part-time job and also doing YouTube. So yeah, that is one thing you didn't know about me. Number 2, I play rugby. I've played rugby all of my life. Played since I was 5. Played for the same rugby club all of my life, and I'm currently 22, so 17, 18 years, something like that. Played rugby all of my life, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. And if any of you guys from America don't know what rugby is, it's kind of like American football, but without the pads. You don't wear padding, and there's no sort of stopping. It's 80 minutes. Well, there's half time, which is obviously after 40 minutes. It's an 80-minute game of constant play. There's no stopping. The same 15 players are on the pitch the whole game, and there's no sort of pads or anything. If you like American football, you probably like rugby. It's like American football is probably the American version of rugby, I would say. We don't pass forward though, we pass back, so it's weird. So yeah, check it out if anyone from America doesn't actually know what I'm talking about. And this leads on to number 3, the third thing you didn't know about me. I've broken probably more bones in my life so far than most people do in their complete whole lives. And I've been to the hospital more times because of this than most people do in their whole lives. Rugby for me, I've just been really unlucky with injuries. I broke this wrist, my left one, the one that I'm not holding the camera with, 3 times I broke it. One time I actually played the rest of the game. I didn't even realise till I went to the hospital after, saying that my arm hurt and I'd broken my wrist. It had snapped. But I carried on playing the game. I don't know why. Yeah, I've torn my MCL. My most recent injury is not a break. It was a tear of my MCL, If you guys don't know, there's 2 ligaments in your knee, the ACL and MCL. I tore the MCL. It was only a tier 2 tear, so I didn't actually need any surgery, which is good. I'm just about back from that. But yeah, like many injuries, many broken bones. And I don't know, like, when you're young, you're made of rubber and magic, so you bounce back from things like these. When I'm older, and if I start getting these injuries when I'm older, when I'm in my 30s and stuff, still playing, I may consider possibly, if any of these, because obviously then it gets to the point where it might start affecting you later on in life. But when you're young, if you break your bones, it doesn't affect you later on in life, so that's good. I'm hoping for no more injuries, knock on wood. I don't know. So yeah, 2 more things that you don't know about me. The 4th thing is I hate sleep. I hate the fact that I have to go to sleep every day. It's weird. I love sleep when I'm asleep, but to actually go to sleep, it's like, oh, I'm just wasting the next 6 to 7 hours or something sleeping. I don't like it. So I try and wake up as early as possible, go to the gym, get my head on straight, get the next day started as soon as possible. And I don't know. I hate sleep, and it's annoying me that I have to sleep, but you have to. But I hate it, but I love it. But I hate it, but I do love it, but I hate it. And then the 5th and final thing, I didn't really know what to put for this. So I'm just going to tell a story of me being clumsy and going to the hospital. So one thing you didn't know about me, well, the 5th and final thing you didn't know about me, I tripped over my own shadow. So when I was about 7, me and my family were walking to the pub, not away from the pub. This would make sense if I was walking away from the pub and I wasn't 7 years old, because I wasn't drinking when I was 7. So I don't know why I mentioned that. So we were walking to the pub to have a meal, and it was sunny. I think the sun was shining like directly towards us. Like we were walking with the sun in our faces, because I was looking back at my shadow, and I was like mesmerised that when I moved, it moved. When I jumped, it jumped. And then I tripped over while I was looking back at my own shadow. So I tripped over my own shadow, landed on my elbow. I think, yeah, it was my left one. And I've got a horrible scar on it at the minute. Ever since I've got a horrible scar because of it. But it was a scar that went like completely down like my elbow, so like went down my arm, and it was like it was bleeding, wasn't bleeding too much, and then like I was like, that hurt. It was not like it didn't really hurt. It was just a cut. And I was like, ow. And then my mum, I think, or my dad, went, show me it, and then I went, don't do this, right? If you've got a cut on your elbow, I suppose it could happen on your knee, but it would be very rare for this to happen on your knee. But if you've got a cut on your elbow that goes... Anyway, if you've got a cut that's more longer than like that or something, if it is like that, like mine was, keep your arm straight, for goodness sake, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to go like that, and then when you go like that, your bone is going to come out of the skin. And that is what happened to me. And I still don't know to this day why I did what I did next. What I did was, instead of going, oh my god, and then straightening the thing to make the bone go out, because I went like that, and then I saw the bone come out, and then I went, ooh, and then went further. Yeah, I went further, so the bone came out more, and the scar got a bit, like the cut got bigger, and then it proceeded to went, oh my god, I can touch my bone, and then poke it. Don't do this. Straighten your arm straight away. Don't be an idiot like me and start poking the bone that's like sticking out of your blooming skin. So yeah, I did that. I don't know why I'm an idiot. So yeah, tell me I'm an idiot in the comment section below, because I tripped over my own shadow. Bone came out of my elbow came out of the skin, and then decided to poke it rather than put it back in. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So thank you for watching. That's 5 things you didn't know about me. Let me know in the comment section below some things I don't know about you. Any cool stories or anything like that. And shall I show my dog? He's sleeping now. Shall I show him? Hello. Say hello to the camera. He's like, what are you doing sticking this in my face? This happened like about 10 minutes ago with the last video. I recorded the last video about 10 minutes ago. I think he may have been upside down then. I've just realised. I think the dog was upside down then. Tilt your screens upside down. I don't care. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. So yeah, if you did enjoy this, please give it a like. Please give it a comment. Like I say, comment with stuff that I don't know about you in the comment section below. We can all have a good laugh at some fail stories from you guys as well, like you had from me. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.